The prophecy foretold an unskippable evil. Today, we freeze the prophecy.
Hey, how's it going? Happy Monday. Welcome in, Flick. Hope you're doing well. I made some updates over the weekend. Can you tell? can you tell? It is also the hottest day it's been in forever. Fun. It's currently 76 degrees in my room. Yay. Send help. Please. Please. Hope you guys had a good weekend though. I spent a good chunk of time trying to figure out how to make the character work. Because I was right at the end of Friday, we kind of left off. Like I need to do like I realized a few things about the lighting and about the animation has to be a particular way as well. And I was doing a bunch of tests. Yeah, Leah, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So over the weekend, I spent a good amount of time not working on Sunday's video. Instead, I was figuring out how the hell to like get the character to work, and I think I kind of got there. Hey, you guys, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So, yeah, we'll see. I'll be going over some of my findings and go from there. Yeah. I like how the color here is not the same color that I see. I don't know why. Like for me, Leo is not purple. It's like burgundy. Like Guts is like more of an orange yellow instead of a red. But here it's those colors. It's not a big deal. But it's just an observation that I'm having. Ooh.
XDD.
Thank you so much for the resub, Guts. I appreciate it. Much appreciated. $20 months. 4 more till 2 years, right? That's how time works. My goodness. I've been doing it this long. I mean, I might as well retire at this point. I haven't made it yet. Haven't made it. I don't think I've made it yet. Casual 20 months, yeah. I mean, you could have done a hardcore 20 months. I mean, it would have been better. But I mean, I guess, you know, we'll take what we can get. This is casual's better than nothing. It is what it is. I appreciate it. Yeah. And as you can see, I've made changes to layout and stuff. Which also includes, by the way. Ooh! New layout! To everything. Do you like my very high-tech, fancy layout? It is cleaner, I will say. New layout who dis? I don't know. It is. There are some good things about it. One, it is a lot cleaner. I don't have to move myself constantly, which is nice. I'm not in the way. What's actually happening is I've reduced the screen size I can use on my monitor. So technically speaking, to do this, I have to use less of the screen. I mean, technically speaking, I could do this. Right. You just don't need the, if you don't need the right side, technically, like I could just do this. You guys don't need the right side. Most of it's here. But really, it's just using less of the screen. I don't know. I figure it could be nice. But chicken butt. I guess you guys don't need the full thing. I've also worked on the character. So if we look here, you can see we got some idle animals. Look, boobs move. Look at the boobs move. It's like breathing. So the animation that we had before, I just randomized now between. And it's also just like 6 frames per side, or like 6-7 frames per side. Some of that. Oh my god, physics. Oh, not physics at all. I'll go over like what I did and stuff. It looks ridiculous in 3D. And you can see here's the animation. One thing to note though is it no longer is noise, right? The problem we had before was it was just noisy. And now it's no longer noisy, right? It's a lot cleaner now. This right now is does not have a outline, and it does not have a normal map actually. But I was thinking of returning the normal map. And then and playing around with some stuff. But only for an outline. So one thing that a friend of mine was telling me is, and I agree with this, is it blends too much into the environment. Like the character doesn't pop from the environment. And how to make it pop, there's like I think it's hard to do because I can't just make it brighter, right? But I didn't want to do like a full outline either. But just before the stream, I was thinking about potentially, what's it called? Adding an outline, but not having it be as thick. So right now, this is the sprites, right? And it's all fine. It's all cool. And what I was thinking, oh yeah, here's the. No, I don't want to make the outline optional because I want it to look good, and I want it to work well regardless. But what I was thinking is, what I could do is right now it's 64 by 64. I can double it or more than double it without changing. Basically, the pixels are like 2x2s for each, right? It's now effectively 2x2, but they don't look like it. And then I can add in the outline. So the outline becomes not a full thickness. And I can actually do like a third size, maybe even a third of a pixel size effectively. I mean, realistically, I'm 4xing the resolution of the sprites, right? But, right, it will effectively have an outline without needing to have a full thickness outline. It wouldn't show up at that size, right? Because it would be a single pixel width or less. Well, relative to the current character, right, it'll be one pixel. It's 1 pixel, but relative to like this became a 2x2. So it is half size compared to the regular pixels, making it the border relative to the character appear thinner. So, and I could do even less, right? So if I did 300, and then I can add an outline, right? And now it's even thinner of an outline, but I think at a third or less, it becomes too thin. It doesn't read great like in places like this anymore. Right, that feels weird. But at 2x, I think it still reads okay. I could also do an outline like this. So instead of having a full blocky, I can do an outline like this, which will slightly make it more angled and smooth. Basically smooth out the outline versus a blocky outline, but I feel like the blocky outline works better. I can also do just left and right or top and bottom, which is kind of cool, but So if I wanted to, I could just do like left and right or top and bottom, just for the shits and giggles. But I feel like the best one is this. What if you did a drop shadow effect? I was thinking of about that as well. And that's another thing I was gonna try out, is using a decal with a soft circle. So here, right? But the thing is, like, we have a shadow of the character, actually. So the problem with the one drop shadow outline, keep in mind, I cannot do transparency on the outline. It has to be on or off. Otherwise, we have transparent sprites, which is a can of worms, right? If that's what you're talking about, like a shadowed, like an opacity on that, right? Because then we have transparent sprites instead of mask sprites, which is, yeah. So I was thinking about doing like a circle shadow thing, but then like we're using the actual shadows here, and then it won't line up. It won't like work. So I'm thinking that maybe we try out right now the half outline. And I also want to try out one other thing, which is how I've been doing the animations and stuff. Yeah, faded outline. Yeah, I can't do faded. All right, this is the new new animation that I've been making here for Idle. How do I... duplicate this again? Shift 10? No. Control N? No. Alt N. So it would do like up and down, breathe in, up, and then breathe down, and then next time. So it won't be 6 frames, but it'll be like in 6 frames. What if you slightly altered the color values based on the background? Can't. Because here I have lighter color, here I have darker color, right? What do I do here? What do I do here? What if one pixel is against this, one pixel against this? Right? Oh, I'm SOL. I can't sample the background. Yeah, but I have no way of sampling the background and just be like, again, unless it's transparent, then you see the background, but otherwise, there's no sampling of the background through things. That's not a thing. Unreal doesn't do that. Well, the color will be of the sprite, not what's behind the sprite. How will it know what's behind the sprite? Right? It doesn't know what's behind something. Even the post-process, nothing knows what's behind it. Right? The problem is you don't know what's behind it. You have an it's like saying, can Unreal render something? Right? It's why the all of those like seeing behind wall things are never like the fully rendered normal character. or whatever it is. It's just a color or a mask or a shadow or like a texture, right? Because there's no way for it to know and light have it be like fully rendered through a wall. It just doesn't work that way. Also, we'll be testing the outline normal and see how that works. What about adjacent to it? Like an outline distance? What does that mean? So sample the outline pic. What does that mean? Again, there's no sampling. Let's start with that, right? There's just no sampling per pixel in Unreal on a mass scale. You can get the color of a pixel like on a trace, and it is extremely expensive. But that's it. That's the limit of that. For render targets, it would be expensive. Render targets would be insanely expensive. And even render targets don't have this information. Render targets can't see through things either. I mean, you can tell it to ignore things, but it's becoming like a. And then how do you put it back? Like, okay, even if you have the render target, and then how do you? What you're just describing is a giant mess, and I don't think it even solves the problem. So I don't know what the goal is here. Hey, Stormon, welcome in. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. You're probably trying to find a way to shift the colors around the characters so they maintain a contrast. I mean, you could just increase the contrast of the character. Right. You can just do that. Just increase the contrast of the character and decrease the contrast of the environment. But at a certain point, it's not going to work either way, because at a certain point, you have a dark background with like black boots or whatever, right? So at a certain point, it's not going to work no matter what. So it's not worth, like, all of that I don't think is worth it. And you wouldn't want to have a white outline, right? If it's a dark background, you wouldn't want like a light outline. You can place like 1,000 edge pieces that separate your lava from a landscape. Nice. Is it looking good? Something's wrong here. Oh no, it's right because it's just 4 becomes 6. Yeah. Oh, that looks nice. That was good, Summer. Or if we did sort of like a fade out. Again, can't do a fade out. That means we were dealing with transparency. Don't forget. Can't have it be transparent. Okay, let's try a few things. I am going to want the normal map to be off of this, not the outline one, right? Or do I... I'm going to need to do this a little weirdly. Because if I did the edge normal, why does it do it only in one frame? Yeah, it does it only in 1 pixel, and I don't have control over that. So I can't increase the size of it. How do you run a script on... on all of them? Why doesn't it run on all of them? What if I select this frames instead? Like this. Well, there has to be a way of doing all of them at once. I don't want to do the one at a time. A sprite, run a script on selected frames. Oh god. Guys. Dear God, there's code. Oh god. Oh, but I guess I should be doing... Oh, you know what? I shouldn't be doing this on this anyway, so it's fine. I should do this on the exported file. So what we do is do one of these. Merge duplicates. Look at that. I go from 6 wide to 4 wide. Welcome in, Vesker. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I don't need the JSON data. I'll call this normal because I'll just convert it by itself. And then we could try doing the outline. So for the outline one, right, we could go 200% outline. And I'm wondering if I should just do black or I should do something else. Definitely not white. White would make it pop, to be fair. Or like... We can't do like a mid-gray. That looks terrible. It doesn't have to be pitch black, I guess. Why would make it pop against black backgrounds? But it would also not look great against black backgrounds. Black would look fine against white backgrounds and fine against black backgrounds. Let's just try this for now. And then just go from there. Oh, but I just realized that no, we should be fine. We should be fine. I'll need to up-res the normal as well. Only way you can think of to solve what you're saying is to get the camera manager with a size equal to the perspective native resolution, which there's no way to know. I mean, there is a way to know, but dear God, because you can get the rendered resolution. Add a scene capture to the camera manager. Set the scene capture's color mode to any final color mode. Populate an array of any actors you want to always display the outline, for instance. But if you're doing an always outline, then just make... it's a mess, right? It becomes a mess. Oh, yeah, and expensive. Why no transparency for the main character? For the same reason there's no transparency for all the other ones. Sprites shouldn't have transparency. It causes issues. And it looks bad. And it's more expensive. And, I mean, do I need more reasons? So on this one, we do the normal map. And then we increase the size of it. There's neighbor still. And then we have the outline and the, yeah, then we get what we wanted. Yep, that seems right. So basically, the normal now is just of a sprite outline instead of a full 3D one, and that might look better. So. Can I just do re-import here? Will it work? Ooh, I think it did. We will need to change this. It was 0.35 before, and I think we need to have it. So it'll be like 0.175. Let's just try that. I think we need to have it. I might be wrong. Okay. I need to kill these. It's gonna complain. Because I'm going to break things. That's fine. I'm going to regenerate them. And then we adjust them to be first 12 FPS. And now we have 6 keyframes, even though we specified that that we have 4 actual images. So let's take a look. That's not. I think that's not terrible. I mean, honestly, just as that. Let's just try that out. So now here we can go on to this one. Plug it in, and we'll be able to test it. Right? So this now has an outline. So yep, okay. Or how I was saying that I might have needed to go the opposite direction. Instead of having it, I think it was supposed to be doubled. So 0.7. Giantess. Yeah, it was 0.7. Can you even see the outline? Wait, where's the outline? Where's the outline? Outline's right there. This one won't have. The one that where steps doesn't. But this one should. Right? We see the outline. Yeah, I see the outline on this one. There it is. Okay, it is there. Right? It's right there now. We see it. Outline is there. It does help to separate it back out, I will say, right? Compared to that, where she moves to the side, she blends in a lot. Why is, oh, I was looking, there we go. So when it popped there, you know what I can do? I can do a jump here. Just fly in. So you need to wait for it to go diagonally, step diagonally. Right, so no outline. Then no outline. No outline. And then bam, outline. So I think the outline at half res does help. All right, I can't do a test of the lighting here. Let's do a quick lighting test though. I put a hot pink light in. Yeah, okay. That works. Look at that. Yeah, I think, you know what, honestly? I think the just the line reads so much nicer than the actual full normal that we had before. Hold on, I go back to the front view. Stop doing the side one. All right, this is no normal, and then there we go, normal. I think having that right there, it's really nice. Ooh, but we have some issues here in the holes. I need to. Why do we have issues there? I mean, it's not that bad, but hey, Rody, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Can a shadow just be more blocky than the character? More blocky than the character? No. The shadow's an actual shadow of the sprite. And then I want it to look like the thing it's shadowing. Can you zoom into that level of detail in game? If not, who cares moment? No. But I'm zooming in to show you guys. But from here, I noticed it. I see that outline here, and I like it. I see that nice little line. Oh, you're talking about little gaps? Yeah, I see it from here too. Yeah, I see the little purple right there. I mean, I guess the purple there is fine, to be fair. It's fine. Yeah. I see it, but yeah, you're right. It's technically accurate as well. It should be there. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Looks a lot nicer now. Okay, so this works. So we can go with this. We get a neural map silhouette, and we get an outline that's just a thin outline. So it's half pixel. Half pixel. So let's try that on the other one as well. We'll set up on the other idle. We'll do the same thing, same kind of setup. Wondering as a visual aid if you want to create an outline as an accessibility option. No, because I want it to be I just want it to look good no matter if you need it or not. This is not an accessibility thing. It's just, as a player, when a lot of stuff is in the screen, I want to be able to better see things separated out. What you don't want is a lot of effects and for you to lose where the character is or where something is at a glance. So I want that to just be the default that you're good with, kind of thing. I'm gonna put in a slight breeze on the cape. And I can show you guys how I've been animating it also. Yep. So a few things I had to do. One, this is now the material and lighting of the character. So this is now what I had to resort to. I killed pretty much every single texture. I went full color, and then I went basically toon lighting, right? Stylized toon lighting is what I had to do, because what was happening before when I was using the textures is any slight color in the pixels would mean noise as it moved. And a pixel art has like its colors. So I couldn't have that. So now we get a little more consistent of a look, right? That's just all one color. And then I still get the shadows and highlights and stuff. But right, it's a bit better. I could use like indexation and go through, like Pixel Over has indexation where I can tell it to be like use these colors or something like that, but this is just simpler. Plus now I know how to render it and have it set up. As for animation, it's literally, oh yeah, this is the breathing. This is what I did. So I moved the spine up, and then I moved the arms down and the head down to compensate. So it's breaking the character. But now I know what's gonna need to be done, because basically we need to animate it where body parts stay still, but like only the arms move up and down, or only the body itself moves up, or the head like moves up and down, independent of the other ones. So that is something that needs to be done now if I wanted to look like sprite animation compared to just like fully smooth, like actual 3D to sprite animation, or 3D to just pixel art animation. For proper like pixel art animation for it to like not look like a mess and not look like just a bunch of things constantly moving, I think this is the go-to. At least for me. At least for the kind of look that it seems like I'm going for. I say seems like because, right, I'm testing things. So subject to change. But animation-wise, right, so I have a step, and this is the breathing. So if I want to add a cape movement, I want to add one here and here. And so let's go here to the cape. This is not a good way of doing it because I just don't have a rig here, right? Even if I did, I wouldn't know how to use it. So cape. I'm going to why can't I select all of them? Control Shift? No. Control? No. Shift? How did I select all? Why did I just select all of them? Can I just? I did this before. Shift drag? Shift drag. Okay. So cape is fine here. Cape is fine here. So I'm gonna insert a keyframe here. You have a keyframe here. So now I just edit the cape on this one. And then set those keys. So basically, we just need to do one of these. Maybe it's like blowing in the wind kind of thing. So go back here. Select all the cape joints. Set the keyframe, right? And now we have them moving on a separate frame. And I want to do the same thing here. So I can probably copy them and paste them. Right, so we have a step. Boobs down, cape normal, boobs down, cape to the side, boobs up, cape normal, boobs down, cape to the side, and then it's stepping back. So every single one of these frames is different. And now I can render the 6 frames, and then the actual timing and everything of it gets set up in Unreal. And the additional frames and stuff get set up in Sprite. Boobs up, down, left, right, A, B, A, B. Yeah. Basically. Yeah, basically. Right, let me just do a render here. Now I'm effectively rendering almost no frames, which is also really nice. It's a little more work, even though I'm rendering less. Right, but down here, after I rename these, 1 second. The good thing is basically we're rendering far, far, far less frames than we used to. Like, by a large margin. Like, all 8 directions for this is 58 frames. Oh, sorry, 56 frames. 58 total because I have the 2 extra files. 56 frames selected. Which is really nice. All right, so we have this, right? So we have step, cape blows, and honestly, I'm okay with them just doing this as is without adding extra. I might though. I might want to do it blowing back down. So what I might do is just take you here, I'm gonna say. Yeah, so now it's gonna be step, cape blows, cape blow. Wait, we have the boobs and the cape move for 1 frame. Cape blows back. I want the boobs to also go back down. So I want this one, I think. I could have the cape move again. Or better yet, up and down, boobs move up, this moves. I like the moving at the same time. Okay. So together. The whole thing becomes 8 frames. Okay. Let's see if I can recreate it now. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 1 frame that I added. Which I think is just here. Just going. So this to this is just moving, then is oh no, it's not here. I added it before the standing up. So 14. Oh, hold on.
Stream possède des causes. Apparently Twitch thinks you need to buy a Trodrake now.
I need to figure out where I put it now. So I can recreate it for all the other ones. Maybe I should render it out of Blender, the extra frames in the order I want it, and then I can copy paste them in a sprite to make sure they're exactly the same. That's probably better. I mean, you should render the same, but I guess also maybe that's a better idea. Let's try that actually. Because adding the extra frames right now is clearly proving to be a pain in the butt. So let's try something different. After that. Perfect music for what we're doing right now. Old chiptune, 8-bit type music. I don't know what kind of music to put in for the game. Not a clue. I need basically a music person to be like, here's the game with this music. Pixel fantasy, but I don't know if I want pixel, like chiptune 8-bit type music for the game. I don't know if it fits. Does it fit? Also, what does fantasy mean for music? I have no idea. I'm not saying that's not a descriptor. I'm just saying I don't know, to be clear. It's up in the sky. You need something a bit more flute or some sort of wind instrument, maybe? No idea. So I wanted to go back here. So I wanted to do these. Do copy, paste. Up. Over. Ooh, maybe I reverse these two. Yeah, reverse these two now. Yeah, maybe I reverse them. Because now the cape is always moving. Obviously, it's not moving here, but. I think here, not moving doesn't matter really. Let's try that. Let's see what happens now that we have two identical frames. Let's see how this turns out. Will it read it automatically while allowing you to copy them? Also, it's done. Okay, so if I just did this, and then I went to layout and turned off merge duplicates. Oh, it does recognize them. It does recognize them. Yeah. Okay, cool. They are exactly duplicates then. Perfect. Perfect. So I don't need to do anything. So all we need to do then is to just do this. every frames. Yeah, that's a lot easier. That's a better workflow. Gotta figure out the workflow. It's important to figure out what's best. Try some stuff. Given your current pace and objectives, do you have an estimate of a release date in mind? No. I'm still trying to figure out how things are even supposed to work. I'm still in the prototype phase. Right? I don't know how the character even was supposed to animate. How does that gonna work? Is it gonna work? I'm not sure, right? This is all we're testing, so I'm still in the prototype phase. And then an actual release date really depends on, like, do I have funding? Can I hire people? Because if I'm doing this all solo, many years, probably. If I have funding, like, I don't know, maybe 2. How much funding, right? Like, it really depends. It really depends on money. On how long this whole thing takes. I'd love to be like, oh yeah, I can get it done in this amount of time. Maybe. Okay, so we want to export this. Why does it have the old name? This is the normal one. It will just convert. And then we do the actual one, which needs to do bigger. And outlined. Okay. Yes. Hey, Spiral Monkey, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Do you worry about the future of AI within the games industry? No. Not really. Because, I mean, it's selfish to say, right? But, like, I'm senior for where I am, so it won't affect me. Right? It is affecting juniors. It's making seniors like me be able to be more useful to people. So I am not concerned for me. The industry as a whole, yeah. It's not great, because if you have no juniors that are learning how to do things, then right, at a certain point, like, there's not gonna be any seniors. But the problem also is just, there's a lot more problems in the industry in general than just that. Because, right, just AI aside, the fact that so many are expecting juniors to be able to just do the same quality as seniors, but just not have work experience is crazy to me. I think that that is crazier to me than the AI thing. Exported, right? Yeah. With the Arcvis industry, there's a worry for sure. But you're right. Seniors are a bit more insulated. Yeah. Juniors, yeah. Because juniors are kind of getting screwed because seniors are taking their jobs, right? They'll just in a lot of degrees. But so as a whole, right, it's bad for the industry, in my opinion. But whether I'm concerned for me specifically, less so. By less so, I mean not really. And unfortunately, that's just how it is, right? I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, and lie about it. I want to say how it is. You keep seeing stuff about the AI bubble bursting. You have an inkling of the ramifications. What is the AI bubble bursting, really? Like, for artists. Like, if the AI bubble was to burst, it would not change things for the artists. It would change things for prices for hardware. But on an artist level, the technology is here to stay. Period, right? It's not like people are like, oh, well, it's working right now, but once the AI bursts, then we're going to stop using it. No, they're going to keep using it. This is now like the standard of how things will be. It will change still going forward, but it'll never go back to like pre-AI. That's just not happening. So the best thing we can do is adapt, right? The best thing as an artist you can do is adapt. And the more you kind of fight the inevitable and clearly occurring change in the world, the more you're going to have a hard time just in general, I think. So at a certain point, you just need to be like, okay, this is where the industry is going. I have two options: adapt or change industries. But that's true for any industry, right? Every industry changes over, decades and whatever amount of time. In this case, it's happening faster, but still changes, right? Every industry has changed over the centuries. It has come, it has gone. So it's a matter of either you adapt or you find a new industry for yourself. That's just how it is. That's just life. Whatever version of AI exists after, we are seeing stuff like Soria go offline because of financial reasons. I mean, yeah, but that's like a publicly accessible thing, right? Disney or like a big studio isn't using the public thing. They're going to have their own custom thing that's going to do the same stuff, right? Plus, they can't use one of those anyway because of, currently legal rates. But either way, the tools to do that are out. And people will use them. There will always, if Sora is down, cool. There'll always be one. There will always be an option for people that have money to pay for it. Which means big companies will always use it if they're not going away. Let's say there's 10 out right now and none of them die. It doesn't matter. You still have one. Right? Again, it'll never fully go away. It's a possibility. It's like saying the TV was going to go away, right? Everyone's like, oh my God, they're going to take the radio jobs. Radio's still here. It's just a very small thing now. Right? It's normal. It's not great, but that's just the world. That's how it is. We just got to adapt to it. Bubble more refers to inflated value of current AI. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hardware prices will go down. Well, they'll never go back to where they were. There's no, people will be like, oh, well, they were selling at this price, so they'll never go back down. It's like, right? It's like after COVID. Prices for things didn't go back down to what they were pre-COVID. They went down a little bit, and then they just started making more profit, right? Unfortunately, that's just how it is. And now it's like, they've increased less, but they're still up, so. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to re-import first. I don't like the fact that I have mixed values. Something's up. Let's just delete everything and start again. You saw some articles about Google finding a way to make RAM 10 times more efficient, so that also, from my understanding, they didn't make RAM 10 times more efficient. They just are like adding in technology that is basically making, like, it's like using AI frames, right? From what I saw, I could be wrong on that. But from my understanding, it's something along those lines. Right? It's just, you're no longer using things like fully as they were. It's now using AI to like figure out what some of the stuff is. I could be wrong on that, but from my quick like learning of it, that's what it seemed like it was. I'm not an expert on that one. I could be entirely wrong. I set it to be 8 frames and just go from there. I might, oh, no. The first one used to be 1. And this one used to be 1. So there we go. So we have it going faster to lean into it, and then we have the cape blowing, a bit of breathing. The breathing one doesn't, something about the breathing one doesn't work. I think we need to have I'm thinking I need to have one more frame of it going down. So I want to grab cape over. So this one. I want down. I want number 2. To be here as well. Okay. So I think we can do this. So we can add the frame. Unfortunately, I cannot populate the frame or order the frame, which is stupid. I should be able to do that here, but I can't. So now we need to open every single one of these. And then basically say, okay, this one goes here. So 2 goes into here. I want to say, let me just double check. Is this the right? It seems like it. And then we'll need to reorder them. Okay, so then we take this and we move it to up 8 frames. Is the memory compression algorithm the thing you just looked up, or you're thinking based off what I said? Looked it up? Okay. If it's just compressing information, I mean, that's good. If that's all it is. But then the question becomes, like, if it's just compressing and uncompressing, then I mean, as long as it doesn't slow anything down, I mean, cool. There you go. It's not the best right now, but it works. Let me come here and let me just go to the animation one. I just want to grab over, back, over, wait. Oh, I think these two were supposed to be reversed. Or I reversed them, but I shouldn't have reversed them. Is that the problem? Uh-huh. Oh, I reversed them, but I reversed the boobs with them, which I didn't want to do. Hold on. See, I can do shift here. Why can't I do shift here now? Whatever. Move these over so I can just grab all of this over here. I have to hold shift to actually scroll up and down, which is kind of annoying. That's why you see me like probably I should move the cape here, but I'm just setting it up to be better. It's fine. Okay. This is an 8-frame one, but that's fine. Or I guess 9-frame one. It's fine. The main thing is we have it now working, and all of these should now have the normal map in here. It does. Oh, but it's not set to normal map. Let's set this to normal map. This one and this one. Normal map. Normal map. Yeah, the only thing that changes here is basically it removes the channels, which is good because basically it goes from. Oh, the resource size doesn't change though. Interesting. The format changes. The resources doesn't. What does the resource size change? It probably takes the blue, kills the blue channel. And it probably, well, I guess it makes the red and green less compressed, probably. That's my guess. So just reallocates the resources. Is my guess. Let's go ahead and repopulate this. How's the new layout, by the way? Good? Any issues? Hopefully not. I also have Chad just permanently being visible now. Instead of disappearing because it's no longer in the way when it's visible. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I have the little rim light there, right? Go on, do the step. God damn it. It took so long. Pause. Yeah, okay. It has it. I just want to double check. It's different for sure. I can make it so when I go into like the game also it's like this, so you see the full game. So this is what you're saying now is what I'm saying. But I feel like so you can see the frame rate. Like the frame rate's up. But it's just there's nothing that's going on there, so I'm just using the whole thing. You're not missing much. You do like the Pixie Eye? Thank you. It was a pain in the ass to do. It was actually a pain in the ass to do. Yeah, I like the rim light, honestly. Compared to what it was, I think the rim light works a lot better. And the outline does help a little. Yeah, I think the outline helps. It's because it's half thickness, you don't really like you almost notice it. So at this point, we need to do it for the running one, and then see how it affects the running one. I'm gonna ignore the kappa, by the way. Yes, we're clear. I'm just gonna ignore the kappa. Is this the one that's cut off? It is, right? Yeah, it is cut off. Oh, wait, no, I had a different. Oh, I had a different one. It's a different one. No, we're fine. We're fine. I just opened the wrong one. There we go. I wonder if any of those are exact repeats. I don't think they are. I'll find out. Box 1 chat, move to box 2, your forehead. Reduce camera down to box 3. Your camera is quite massive. I'm sorry. Hold on. Here. Better? Chat's bigger. You want to rather? I'll put Unreal here. I'll put Unreal right here. Better? This what you wanted? Better? I hope this is exactly what you wanted. Timing dev, okay. I'm glad we agree now. Oh, it's not. No, this is permanent new change. You guys said you liked it, so. Why go back? Just, my pixels. I'm bigger and more vertical for clipping, like making clips and stuff. Plus, you guys don't need more room. Yeah, no duplicates. I didn't think so. Plus, the other honest actual reason why it is the way it is because there's no good way to crop it when it's smaller, right? Because then we have this vertical basically once this gets smaller, it gets it's weird, right? Like the only aspect where it either looks decent like when it's vertical or horizontal, but when you have like a weird like squarish one, it's weird. For a chase player, probably need to make an investigate point of interest, because when they lose sight, you want them to switch to a point of interest. I mean, the point of interest should be the last place the character was, right? That's it. Guys, you didn't go overboard with the effects and stuff? Oh yeah, I kept it super simple. I was looking at like the stuff from I think it was Nerd or Die or Own 3D, like all those things. So I was like, I want something relatively simple. And yeah, all of those were like a little bit too over the top. Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately, and made me make my own. Besides the actual economy, yeah, I get that. I get that. Yeah, the thing that it kept bothering me from the, I mean, I still have it. I still have this. Because the actual modder thing, I guess, is cropped, so that's why it looks like this. Right, you could see it's cropped. I guess it maintains being cropped. The reason why this kept bothering me is because I was always in the way. Right? I'm always doing something either in the bottom right or bottom left. I have to keep moving it and then keep forgetting it. And then the chat, like the more chat spoke, the more it blocked. And I was just like, I feel this is just cleaner. And simpler. Circle layout, don't like them. I don't like circle layouts. It's a waste of space. The only alternative I could, because then why I'm like right like in this corner. If I was a circle, then that's a waste of space here. I'm still covering enough stuff that it's, that I'm blocking information. Like it's not like me not being in that corner would help. And then the other, yeah. And then I need enough room to like be able to gesture as well. And a circle then is even. No. So yeah, that's why I went with tried this. Originally I was actually thinking of doing something like let's see if I can kind of get something like this, where imagine that this right is the normal 16:9 monitor. So I would be where I am. Chad would be maybe up here. I would have right the 16:9 full monitor here, but then I didn't know what to put here. Right, then this would become a gap, right? If I did the full monitor instead of like cropping it a little in. And because I didn't know what the hell to put here, I didn't want to put my channel name or something. Like, what do I do? So I was like, you know what? I could make it work with me using this specific like section of it. So if I need to show like the full program of something, I'll just put it like this. It's not a huge deal. Sub goal, latest vid. Yeah. It's like I had a sub goal for a while. If you guys remember, I had the scum sub goal thing where the sub goal was always one above my current sub goal. I did that experiment for a little while because I was curious to see if it would actually like impact the amount of subs I got. Didn't it really? Really had no impact on anything. It was funny to me, but it had no real impact on anything. So like. And followers, I do not care about. Like the number of followers, I couldn't care less because the followers for you guys. You click follow to help you know when I'm live. Whether you're a follower or not has no impact on anything I'm doing. You being here, right, regardless of if you're a follower or not, or you're a YouTube subscriber or not, right, doesn't change things. You're here. Yes, I did scale it good. I was surprised your channel doesn't get more in Twitch. The section isn't that saturated. I mean, it's Twitch. Twitch, you're not gonna get lots of exposure in general, and just there's not a lot of people watch the stuff in general. Right? It's just, one, not many people are interested. Two, Twitch doesn't have discoverability. Right? YouTube is really where I get more views, but I don't get a lot of views regardless. Amount of PCG content alone, you're surprised that YouTube alone isn't booming more? Yeah, people watch Twitch more for game. Oh, I mean, these days people watch Twitch more for IRL, I think, or reactions or things of that nature. I feel like it even more so than Oh, I need to delete these. Do I need to delete these? I don't think I do, actually. I think it's the same amount of frames, so I shouldn't need to. I think this should now just have all the information. Yeah, it has the outline now. Yeah, we're good. We should tell this to be a normal app. Game dev streams in general, the target audience is ironically other game devs. I mean, yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, honest, I don't watch game dev streams, right? I mean, I don't watch. Okay, to be fair, these days I just don't watch streams. I used to watch a lot of streams, like, okay, a good amount of streams. These days I barely watch any streams. I just don't have time. Like, I watch videos, but it's very rare for me to watch a live stream these days. And I think it's mostly to do with time than anything else. Freaking adulting sucks. Well, she definitely pops more. That's a half pixel, half pixel outline. And she reads, like, she pops a lot more from it, from the background. It's almost, it's almost too much. But now it feels like, okay, I can really see the character, which I guess is the kind of the point. You want to see the. I'm the only one you tune into. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. You spend way too much on this platform. Always background sound. Yeah, for me, background sound tends to be YouTube videos. But I think this is actually working really well. Half pixel outline now pops her from the background, and adjusting the actual sprites to have a normal map that is just a silhouette allows her to have just basically a side silhouetted light on her. Obviously, when it's from the front, it's from the front. But I think that's working really well. Still get the full effect if you're like right into it. But like if you're from the side, I think that's looking really nice. I think this actually is going to work. Which is freaking fantastic, honestly. Because I was concerned. I will say there's a few things that I realized that I need to change on the character from like a design point of view. One, we need to stylize her. For sure. She cannot have realistic proportions like this. Or realistic proportions. Her proportions aren't actually very realistic. So I need to stylize her. And then, as you guys saw here, her like actual character basically needs to be a lot more simplified. So there's always like needs to be two versions. The rendered pixelated version and the like actual like full like render quality version. And the pixel one would do something like this, right? Where it's just colors. And the other one would have a little more like detailing. Like painterly like look. What's the difference between the side silhouette normal and the full body normal? I'll show you. I won't be able to show you on her, but I'll show you the problem that I saw with the full body one on a different character. So what I was really comparing them to, right, is the pure 2D ones. Because I was like, why? They look nice. Why do they look nice? And then let's grab me as well. So I was looking at these guys, right? And they're like, okay, why do these animations, as simple as they are, look nice? One thing I noticed is, right, his body is moving independently from his arms, independently from this. His head is bobbing up and down independently of this. It doesn't look like they're connected, but they're not connected in the traditional character animation sense. Same thing with the head, right? The way it moves isn't like a nice smooth thing. It's very much pixel animated. They're like separate pieces that are being animated together. There are things like this that is like fully like animated, but not everything. Like again, same thing here, right? So, and then when I was looking at the old way I was doing, and if we take Zorla here, for example, this is a full character with a neural map. And yes, you get the silhouette, but it also just, right, you lose that sprite feel. Because the normal now is on the entire character, it not only doesn't seem like a sprite, like a flat sprite, because we're now giving it a bit of volume, right? Like, it's cool, but it's a different look. And I feel like this look fits better than this look. Right, and then what you're also seeing here is a lot of noise, right? As she moves, there's a lot of noise here, a lot of noise everywhere. So that's the other thing. That's why in Blender now, I have to do something like this, where I render effectively just solid colors. So that way I remove this noise that happens as it moves. And it feels more like a sprite. Lots of clips from the stream. I appreciate it because I was low for this week. So you're talking about the contrast regarding the main character. Have you fixed it? Contrast. I'm forgetting. What contrast from main character? That'll be $5. I'm broke. But yeah, that, I mean, I can pull up actually the player now, right? There you go. So here, especially, so this is, I think, is the best like example of this. This character feels more like these guys than this one. Even though this one, right, only has the lighting affecting the sides, and it's mostly flat. The fact that it's flat and it's moving a lot less now, it's obviously very like very little movement, right? These guys, but still, it's not fully smooth like this. It's also just allows me to be able to potentially do a lot more interesting movement here. So I feel like this is closer to here than this. And especially you can see here, this doesn't have noise. There's no noise on her, but there's so much noise on her. So different rendering way, and just, again, it's just me playing around a ton over the weekend that I feel like I'm getting closer to actually getting the look that I want and how it needs to work to achieve it. Still not final, but it's closer. Wonder if you can make a multi-level cell shader to be able to get the different shades of the armor pieces and have it applied to the pixels. What do you mean? Make it a multi-level cell shader. Be able to get the different shades of the armor pieces. Oh, so like this armor piece is like darker than this one, right? So you have slight value rate differences here. Yeah, there's a few places here where I'm losing some of that stuff. But that's a character design thing that I need to adjust. Also, this character wasn't built for this. The other thing is the rigging needs to be a little bit different. The rigging needs to have the regular rig and then secondary joints that are movable, independent. So like I can move the body up and down without moving the legs and the arms, right? That needs to be a thing. But I can also move the entire body with everything, right? You needs to have like that secondary joint for everything. So it's like a very custom setup that needs to happen for it to be animated in the way it needs to be animated now. We don't have a 5. No, you can't do too many. Because keep in mind, right? You can't do too many. Because the legs are 2 pixels here. Right? You can see here, this is the leg. Right? The legs here is 4 pixels. You can't go too many. Right? This entire chest piece up here without the shadow is 3 pixels. I already got 3 shades here. Right? You can't go even more. If anything, I should go less. But I guess it really depends on kind of the look I'm going for. I'm still trying to figure that out. So it's possible that I'll go less, but not more. Okay. There's just not enough resolution, and I don't want to increase the resolution. I think the resolution is in a good spot right now. Here it's 1 pixel, actually. Yeah, this is 64.
キーアカムザエデイ SNOBODY ヤスクト4はポージンクライクアディさんとヒューマン
I need to remove that voice. Keep forgetting. So yeah, that's why it's the way it is right now. I tried originally, like, I tried so many different things. Well, I spent a lot of time this weekend trying to figure out how to make it work. Because if you recall, I don't remember if you were here Friday, it just didn't look good. It just did not look good. I can pull up the stream. Uh, here. This is before I change the lighting direction. Is there a place where I can change the lighting direction to see it better? Yeah. So this one is roughly the same. No, this is slightly different still. This is not lit. Up the quality even more. Like this was the pure flat one. And you have no information here. So this has no lighting information on it and has the normal map. No, this one I removed the normal map, I think, too. So I think this is just pure flat. But even here on this one, if you look at the cape, right, the cape has almost like a gradient. Instead of feeling more like a pixel art where you wouldn't have a gradient here. So the cape felt off. I want her to... Okay, I want to get the in here, right? Like the cape felt not pixel art. I mean, it's so hard to get a good frame here, but yeah, you understand kind of what I mean, right? It doesn't work here. You plan on making the environment also pixel art? No. Nope. I plan to keep the environment stylized. And only having the character actually be pixels. Do I have a previous test? Out of curiosity. Yeah, doing a bunch of stuff. And then, yeah. And then we were here trying to figure out the actual like design. Anyway. Yeah, no plans on making the environment pixel art. The problem, right, you can't really make a 3D environment pixel art without either making a lot of noise because it's a post-process effect, and I really want to avoid the post-process effect. I don't know if you guys have seen the horror games that have like a post-process pixel effects. Because those are my best examples of those. Like those super low res ones. I'm able to find one. I know Markiplier plays enough horror games. I'm sure he has one, but hell if I'll be able to find one. Actually, I could just probably search for UE5 pixel post process. So this is pixel post-process, right? This is still relatively high res. But one thing you will notice is it doesn't feel like pixel art. It just feels like a low res, just viewport, right? It doesn't. And what I want is to actually like. Oh, here we go. He went even lower res there for a second. Hold on. Yeah. So like here, right? Okay, why did he go like? Maybe he shows more pixelated later. Hold on. I want to see it. No, he doesn't. Right, but like even this, right, is pixelated, but it doesn't feel like pixel art. It just looks like low res with no aliasing. And the other thing is, as soon as he's saying still here, but if you look at the arms. Just focus on like the arms, right? The arms jitter and noise, right? They jitter and noise. They don't stay consistent, right? The arms pixel is not the arms pixel. So it's always noise. Oh yeah, Repo is actually another good example. No, not Repo. You're not Repo. I think we're both thinking of a game, but no. Repo is this one. We're both thinking of the other game, but it's not Repo. You're good. You're good. I know what game you're thinking of. It's a multiplayer game. Who do I know that played it? I know Iron Mouse played a lot of it, but I don't know if she made any videos on it, so that's probably not gonna be an easy one to search. Yeah, that's not gonna be an easy one to search for, especially with her thumbnails. No way. Lethal Company! That's the one! We got there in the end. Markiplier. Well, no, hold on a second. See, this is not no, it's not Lethal Company, but that is what I was thinking of. There's another one. Because this is clearly not Slurp. This is from 2 years ago. I mean, it's also maybe an option. Lethal Company. Yeah, because I thought there was some. No, even this one. Yeah, it's just low res. Yeah, this is not. There's another one that's similar to this, maybe, and I thought it was this, but yeah, clearly, yeah, this is definitely not that. But you guys know what I'm talking about, right? The problem is really this, right? You can't do post-process pixel art because it's not pixel art. It just looks low res, and that's the thing. So I'm going for more like, it feels more like pixel art. Now the animation needs work, right? I'm not gonna pretend like this is a good animation. Like, I'd want it to move more than just this. I'd want it to like move it actually 12 FPS and have the cape actually blow. But like, not all of her body needs to move, right? So like, the cape would move, but her legs would be perfectly still. Right? Parts of her need to be perfectly still, which is not realistic, right? Because a person just slightly sways, slightly moves, right? If you look at just the idle Manny Atom, right? He's not perfectly still on his legs. And as soon as you try rendering slight movement, right, that pixel slightly moves, so which doesn't work. If it were going to be that version of Pixel, you need to add some layer of cell shading customization. Even then, I think even then it doesn't work. Because it's even fun. What's popular? Multiplayer game that was streamed a lot on Twitch, uses a post-process pixelization effect. I want to say it had a camera component, if I recall. The one I'm thinking of had a pixel camera component. I know, again, I know Markiplier played it, but that's not enough for me to just remember the name. Yeah, people say Lethal Company, but and we're making videos. Here's another content warning. Is that the one? Maybe I'm imagining. Maybe I'm also forgetting or thinking that it has pixelization when it doesn't. Say hello to Markiplier again. Now, is this full stylized even when they go into... No, it's full stylized. Yeah, it had the cross-hatching. Maybe it's an option that people were turning off. For Lethal Company. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, you guys understand what I was talking about. Yeah, it's basically a difference between having something be low res and pixel art, right? Because pixel art is low res, but you could tell a pixel art game from a low res just video, right? And that's I think the thing. Okay. So I think with this, we can start to transition the other animations as well. So I think the workflow really becomes for me, like to do the attack animations and all that, is probably going to be do the base poses, because the idle what animations am I gonna have that move, like constantly move? I mean, only running and idle, right? Are the looping ones? Attack animations don't need to. So I think I'm going to need to make the base poses in Cascador because it's easier there. And then bring the animations to Unreal. Apply them to the character. Export a GLB to Blender. Reassign the materials that I have to it. And then, because I don't know a way of bringing in animation and just swapping it in Blender. Like, the skeleton's the same. But I'd love to be like, oh yeah, just replace. I mean, theoretically, I should be able to just copy paste the bones, right? If the skeleton's the same, I theoretically should be able to copy paste. I should just try that right now. If I did this run, right, I brought this in, I would get this. And then if I went here onto the root, animation, and I copied this, could I come here onto this, select it, and paste it? I would need to probably select the other route, right? Oh, it only pasted it on the root. Okay, hold on. Can we do this? Man. So if I did this, select all of this, copy. Could I then go to you? And paste? No. Why can't I? Why can't I just how do I copy? Let's see if we can figure that out real quick. If I figure that out, I mean, look it up. I brought in an FBX animation into Blender. That's for the same skeleton I already have there. How do I transfer the animation from the FBX to the if they match perfectly, select your existing armature, switch to the dope sheet editor, and change the mode to action editor. Well, this is the dope sheet. Okay. What is the action editor? Oh, action editor. Okay. In the action editor, open the action drop-down menu. You should see the animation action from the import FBX. It might have the name assign/select that action in your existing armature. What? Where? Oh, dear God. Do not question what that is. Just do not question what that is. It was brought in from a different way. But hold on. Where's the old armature one? Did I... Wait, hold on. I'm confused. That's this one. So that means this is the new one. Yeah, I don't think that works. Yeah, I don't think that quite works. Unless I'm doing it wrong. Also, there's a lot of stuff here. So I have a feeling that because I brought in one from Unreal, it's different than the one that I exported from Cascador. So the bones are the same. Okay. Copy paste keyframes. Select the imported armature. Go to pose mode. Okay. Let's try this differently. Pose mode. All the bones with A. Okay, done. Copy them. It's like the existing armature. Pose mode. Wait, why is it selecting these bones again? Those are not... I'm so confused. Oh, I'm just gonna reopen this because I'm confused which one's which. This is the one here. So why don't I see... Oh, there's your bones. Oh, did it like overwrite them when I imported them? Is that what happened? I wonder if it overwrote them. Yeah, bring in the animation. Armature. Force connect children. No. Automatic bone orientation. Yeah, we want that. Probably. Import FBX. See, when I go down to pose mode for the original one, I don't get the little balls. I see this. Something tells me this is not going to work. Yeah, see, I have balls here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to here I see the skeleton, but here I have these balls. And that's usually how it comes in, is with these balls. Yeah, I'll probably need to do Unreal first. I feel like there needs to be, or can I copy between projects? That's the other thing we can try. If I did a new one and I imported it into here, what? Why? Why is it in the same place? Import FBX copy. New. Paste. Okay, so bring it in here. Okay, so there it is. And then we go to animation. We just select this. Pose mode. Hey, select all the bones. Copy. Animation. Pose mode. Okay, just select all the bones. Paste. Yeah, I don't think that works. Yeah, I don't think copying and pasting quite work for me there. Just slight difference there. It's just a slight difference of character, you know. I mean, she's a little more expressive now, one would say, just a little bit. Dear God. Okay, well, I tried. I probably need to watch. I need to watch a YouTube tutorial. I'm just not good with text. I'm not good with text on a program that I'm not fully knowledgeable in. But either way, okay. So I guess for now, close out of here. Let's take a look. We have, what animations do we need? Like to fully convert to, okay? We have Airblade we can ignore for now. The basic attack. The heavy attack. I want to rework the system so I can but the basic attack. Basic wide attack is the same animation. Again, the hold and all of that we can ignore. This and then all of these we're using. Okay, all of these we're using the same animation, but basically we have like some kind of slam down and a swipe. So that's two. That's not very many. We have a spell casting one. I don't think we're using this one right now. Yeah, we're not using this. We have the dash, the hit. We have jump ones. But do I even need jump animations anymore? I removed jump as a mechanic. I don't think I should be even using jump animations. I just realized. There's no reason to. I removed jump as a mechanic. It should have still a falling anim. Probably. So I guess in a sense, no, I maybe just have a fall land. Do you have cards that give you bonuses every level, every cleared level? No. Like what? Give me an example. So we're looking like at 5 animations, and like some of them are like super simple. So I should be able to, I need to find the animations. And then migrate them over, and then set them up to work, ideally. So we should be able to start doing that tomorrow. You beat one zone and move on to the next and get a bonus. Well, there's no zones. There's just a level. You beat the level, you beat the boss, you go to the next level. It's like a dungeon in Diablo or a map area in Path of Exile. You can go through it all. You can beeline to the boss, or you can clear everything to get some experience and some more cards, and yeah, make your way to the next level. Your bonuses are your meta progression that you got from the enemies and your cards and your experience. I mean, I don't know what else you can want. And I wouldn't want to do it like get a card that only gives you something when you defeat a boss, because what if you get it later on versus early on? Then it's useless. So I wouldn't want something like that. Doesn't mean I never will make it, but at the current moment, I don't think that's something that's that would make sense. Yeah. I think it's just a good stopping point for the day, night. We figure stuff out. Outline works. We're gonna do it. Animation seems to work. I need to figure out a few more stuff on how to like. I need to make better animations, but like that's for later. For now, we'll just get some kind of animations for the character, and then maybe when I do the redesign, then I'll focus on the actual like proper like bigger, longer animations that properly have the cape move and whatever else. But for now, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed. And we will continue, I guess, setting up new animations tomorrow. I don't remember where I had these animations, the original ones. So that's going to be a thing. Trying to find them. And then we're going to test migrating them. I foresee a lot of problems tomorrow. Yay. In the meantime, though, guys, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.